What's up, Big Rapids? It's our favorite time of the week. We are your hosts. I'm Chris J.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And before we even get into it, we just want to let you know that no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what you look like or what you've done, you are a loved and valuable member of this community, and we're going to do everything in our power not to waste your precious time. Right, Pat?
That's true. And just like every week, not to waste any time, now's a good time to smash that like button. When you're done, you can drop a comment, or right now, drop a comment. Who cares? Tell a friend, be a friend, share the video.
And remember, if you see something this week that seems like it should be on the show, just use the hashtag WUBR. We will be following it, and we're giving out prizes for people who help us get the scoop on stories around Big Rapids. So,
that's awesome. How you doing, buddy?
Doing very good, my man. Doing very good in this air conditioning.
Yes.
Yeah, thank goodness for air conditioning.
This last couple of days, man.
My heart goes out to anybody, that is going without air conditioning, that has to work outdoors, is forced to be outdoors all day. Mm-hmm. It's been pretty brutal, my man.
We had to make sure we took the car to Johnson's today to get it refilled, the AC, just because
I'm wondering if
it wasn't
mine is
cold
struggling.
Enough. I don't know if maybe it's just been too hot, but we had to do something.
What did that cost?
I don't know. The bill should be done as soon as I'm done with this.
Okay.
But apparently the wife called around and it was the best price. So
okay, I wonder, is that like a couple $100, a couple
I think it's a couple hundred. If I had to guess, maybe a little bit under that. But no, it's you need it. That's for sure.
No kidding.
I golfed yesterday.
You know what, Don? This would be a good thing for you to look up for us later. How often should we be recharging our the coolant in our ACs?
That's a good
in our cars, because I've been driving since I was 16.
That sounds like a cool lookup on the internet.
Yeah, no kidding, which is almost 30 years. And I am not exactly sure about that. So I'm not sure I've ever had it done, to be honest with you.
Really?
Because the first half of my life, none of the vehicles had AC. And in this last...
or it didn't work if it
right,
was
or it didn't work.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
In the last several years, the cars have been serviced, and they have, and they're taken care of. I don't really have to think about it.
Look at your trajectory there.
So Gemini AI tells me only when you notice that your cooling performance is diminished.
Well, now I love.
I drive a slightly older model vehicle than you do. I drive a 2002 Honda minivan.
It's almost vintage.
A little bit of a late year.
And I'm just going to say, it blows the coldest air, and I have never taken it in to have the AC recharged. Props to Honda.
I've had my car for 7-8 years, never once, and she's freezing cold.
Okay.
So I guess, but how about that? Of all the automobiles, things you have to do so regularly, air conditioning when she just isn't cold no more.
Think about. Of course, we live in Michigan.
Yeah. Sure.
What if we lived in? I wonder if we lived in one of the warmer climate, states. That might be a different story, but either way, we are making it through.
Mm-hmm. It's nice in here.
Yeah, it's very nice in the studio here. This building has good, proper AC, but I'm just knocking on wood because it's 30 years old this year.
Ooh,
I'm pretty sure.
Keep going.
So I'm just praying it just chugs along a few more years. The pets and the kids and everybody are like kind of hanging in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's I feel for the kid. The youngest is in football right now, and he had to spend some time outside yesterday and today.
Oh,
I picked him up this morning. I could see it in his face that it was just rough this morning.
Yeah. Good for him.
But that heat is kicking. I ended up having to golf all day yesterday, and that heat.
Oh, you poor thing.
It's one of those things where it's the most enjoyable events of your entire life, right? And you can golf,
or it can be a nightmare.
It can be a mixed bag, but it's supposed to be one of the nicest things. But when you're out there and it is 96, 97 degrees.
Yeah, man, that's too much.
You almost wish you didn't sign up for the outing.
Well, I tell you what, I'm trying to think now. Since I saw you, because man, I'm so sorry, you guys. We've been a little out of sorts the last couple of weeks. Accommodating to schedules and whatnot. We did a show. Like a late week show to accommodate Dr. Pink. Then we had to do an early week show right after that to accommodate Pat's schedule, and we could definitely feel we were like
really throwing us off.
Yeah, throwing us off. And now we're doing another early one But that's summer, man. Summer in Michigan. We're all like accommodating. But we had the weekend was just nuts for us. My niece got married.
Very cool.
And I did the marrying.
Yeah, that's right.
I officiated.
Did you shoot from the hip, or did you have
no?
notes?
Of course not. No, man, I was prepared. This is not my first rodeo. Of course I did.
Okay.
Because here's the thing
You're
about
a professional.
A wedding. I'll just tell you right off. Some of you guys know before that. I've been a real estate agent now for 10 years, but for a couple years during those 10 years, I was a pastor as well, out of necessity. The church that I was at, was without a pastor, and the board, while they were looking, they asked me, essentially, I filled in for a couple of years.
Bless you.
And, thank goodness it was just that couple of years.
Around here? Or?
Yeah, right
Very
here.
cool.
The Assembly of God Church here in Big Rapids is called Hope Church because we called it that. We changed the name when I was the pastor, and we put hope on the side of the building. So every day or every evening or morning when you drive by there, if it's still dark, the word hope is illuminated. It's my proudest achievement of those 2 years.
I mean, it's probably still encouraging.
But while I was actually pastoring a church, nobody got married or buried. I didn't have to, you know what I mean? I got very fortunate. I didn't have to do any of that. But, I've been asked a few times, and finally I said yes.
Plus it's your knees.
And then this time was my niece. So I've done it before. It went really well. So this time I was a little bit better prepared. I sort of knew the outline, kind of how you do it, how you pull it off. And you have to write sort of a little intro that's meaningful, right? And that's the part that I had to read a few times, because the first, say, 5 times I read it out loud, I choked up.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Because it's about my niece.
Very emotional.
Yeah,
Yes.
a little bit emotional. And then I had to sort of pretend I was an actor when I was reading it. Do you know what I mean? Like in the moment, just act like I was just acting, and that it didn't mean anything to me.
Not your niece, and I mean that honestly,
That's
in
my
those
trick.
moments where you have to emotionally share something, that's really the only
my
way to
trick.
separate it.
That's how I did it. I just
it's hard.
pretended it was somebody else, that I was just playing a part saying that. But it worked great. I got through it. And then, I had a little sermonette. I did the wedding, and everybody was happy.
Good reception?
Really great reception.
Did you dance?
There wasn't dancing. It wasn't, you know what? It was 90.
Oh.
Here's the thing. It was an outdoor wedding. That's kind of what I was getting
Poor
at.
them.
It was an outdoor wedding. So while I'm speaking, like, water was literally pouring down my face. There was no stopping it. I was sweating like crazy. And all I did was just pretended it wasn't happening, because most people were far enough away, they couldn't tell. So I just pretended I wasn't having sweat drip right down
I got married in
my face.
August, so it was hot. It was probably
but the bride and the groom did a great job. They looked fantastic. They dressed up, the whole thing. The family, everybody was wonderful. Even though it was kind of one of those things where there was a lot of like pre-wedding tensions and dramas and different things happening. And
those are my favorite movies.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It ended up being wonderful, and I was just glad to have been a part of it. So that was so Friday night we did a rehearsal dinner. Saturday we did the wedding during the day.
Go? Anywhere local?
Yeah, it was actually at my parents' house.
Oh, very
which
cool.
is over by Big Lake and Sears.
Yeah.
And so it was
local.
It was a nice. Yeah, I mean, it was 30 minutes, and it was a nice nice setting. It really was, even though it was quite warm. But then that night, I had to get back here, load up my gear, because Bud Greenman and I had our sort of debut with this new duet that we've been doing called High Strung Steel.
Yeah.
We got invited out to this kind of this private festival out in Nuevo County called Creekfest.
So was it kind of like bright colors and stuff like that?
Yeah, it really was.
I kind of felt like I seen some clips and videos of friends that were there.
Well, you may have seen Electric Forest clips.
Was
Because
that this
Electric
weekend
Forest
too?
was this weekend, and it was pretty colorful.
Maybe
my man.
that's what I seen.
But no,
Electric Forest is always colorful.
We weren't at Electric Forest, but we played Creekfest, and man, I had an incredible time. We in this little band, Bud Greenman is like a fiddle virtuoso. He also plays mandolin incredibly well, guitar. I play guitar and I sing and I play this crazy standing drum thing with a bunch of pedals. So I play guitar and sing and I play drums with my feet. Right?
Look at
Essentially.
you.
Yeah. I mean,
So
and
many talents.
And it's sort of a wild thing to look at. So we thought this
He
might
pastors
work.
any drums with his feet, folks. Loving it.
So it went amazing, man. Everybody there was musicians, so we were like a little nervous. You know what I mean? It was like this was like a really like musician heavy kind of a thing, and there were people just playing all sorts: bluegrass, jazz, folk throughout the day.
Very cool.
And
Long day for them, and you got there late, I'm guessing?
Yep, and it was hot, obviously, even when we got on, which was, closer to like 10 o'clock at night or something like that. But incredible.
Were you the closer?
No, we weren't. There was a group after us, and then I think they jammed into the night. But
into the morning, maybe.
yes, into the morning. But it went so well. Everybody was super nice, and we. A lot of the stuff we were doing was original songs and stuff. So really cool. We're just looking for some more opportunities to try it out.
Very cool.
So we did that Saturday night. I got home about 12:30.
You're bright and early Sunday morning.
Yeah, and at 6:45 a.m. I had to be on stage with the bass in my hand to play all morning.
Yeah, because I seen you.
Yeah, and that's where I saw you after your long week at the Return. How did that go?
It was very good. It was eye-opening. It was one of those events that maybe you try to set expectations. Maybe you go in with no expectations, and it doesn't matter because the whole time it blows your mind. And it's nice. I missed my family a lot. I don't care who you are. If you're gone from your family with no communication for a couple of days,
it's weird, right?
It's weird. It's tough. Sleeping's hard. Just
to remind everybody what we're talking about, Pat went on an event last week called The Return. It's a men's freedom ministry that was started in Texas, but there's a large offshoot up here in right in our own backyard, and it happens to be affiliated with our church. And so dozens and dozens, maybe even hundreds. Yeah, it is. It's over hundreds
well over
now.
Hundreds.
Hundreds of men from the area have gone and participated in this. It's one of those things that just you get out in nature and sort of get away from just the grind and the technology and sort of just think about what's important to you, get refocused on, and get a vision for your future, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, it was very eye-opening. It's one of those things that, like, maybe you don't realize you're doing this or that, or, but you get that time alone to think and then, of course, you do stuff, right? It's 3.5 days-ish, and there's plenty of stuff to do, and it was a really good experience, and I'm glad I went, and I recommend other people to check it out. I'm not going to tell anybody they need to go, but check it out. See if it's for you.
Yeah, can't really say too much more about it than that, honestly, because it wouldn't really make a difference to you. You're either going to go give it a shot or not. But
it was so nice seeing my wife and my kids, though. Oh man, I don't know if I've ever hugged them that hard in a while at least. And so, if you're looking for that, that's a good reason too. But no, then we had to go to a funeral for my cousin, unfortunately, after that, and he passed away a couple weeks, and that was a nice service. Gonna miss him. And
was he a young man?
Younger, yeah. And got sick, and it's just one of those things, that happen in life, and you hope for those things not to happen, and but sometimes that's just how life is.
So man, you had to go from celebrating life to then celebrating a life.
A life, yep. Yeah. But I got to see a lot of family, and and embrace those that were severely hurt, by this, and my heart goes out to all of them, and definitely gonna miss him. He was a bright light in the world, and but then I had to golf yesterday, and I got a lot of golf going on this week. It's
the Wise outing is tomorrow. Everybody who's hearing this, that's probably today. Yep. It's already happened.
You shooting in that tomorrow?
No, Siobhan is though.
Okay.
Yeah, Siobhan's going. I don't remember the last time I held a golf club. Between the heat, rain,
music,
and just busy
the
schedule of life.
Work.
I'm not even sure when I'll get to play, to be honest with you, because tonight, this will have already happened by the time you guys are hearing this, but tonight is my last official Rotary meeting as Rotary President. So,
well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. You know what? It has been an honor to be a president of a Rotary Club, and tonight, Tara Braun will be will basically present me with my gavel of my sort of service
put
plaque.
it up here somewhere, right?
It'll go right in the library
gotcha.
here,
All
and or maybe right here on the desk for a while. Yep, and then she'll start her year as president. If you guys are wondering about how to serve the community locally, maybe think about Rotary. You know, the Rotary Club is an international organization. It's been around well over 100 years. The Big Rapids Club is 102 years old. That's how long the men and women of this community have felt like it was important to pool their resources and their skill sets to try to better the community in the world. And, there's room for you. Mm-hmm. So if you are
102,
if you're wondering,
hey Dom, do you remember back when that started? Then?
Dom was probably just a small boy.
Oh, just a small boy.
But
I was 7.
If you'd like a way to volunteer in the community, and honestly, volunteering, it's maybe 3-4 times a year. Mm-hmm. A lot of it is just being kept up to date on things that are going on. Mm-hmm. So
plus they got those speakers. I mean,
that's what I mean. Every week we have a speaker from a different area of the community, and so it's just a great way to kind of keep up to date on what's going on.
It's a low commitment. Yeah, I mean, once a week.
And it's just
they'd like you
lunch.
to be there every week.
Yeah,
but
it's having lunch with
sometimes
some people on Tuesdays. That's it. So
very easy.
Anyway, that's tonight, and I'm kind of looking forward to it because, like I said, it's it'll be my last meeting that I'm responsible for. Do you know what I mean? And it'll be kind of one more thing that I'll be happy to sort of pass on, and I'll obviously still be around.
So, where are we president next? I'm just kidding.
Exactly
I'm just
right.
kidding.
Well, but I will tell you a couple things that are next for the Rotary. The big thing is going to be that chicken barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
That happens at the fair every year.
Angels of Action.
Right, for Angels of Action. And I want to say, is that July? Pull that up for me real quick. We'll probably talk about. Yeah, I thought it was July 8th. So it's next week, but maybe even the week after, actually.
Yeah,
I think it's the week after.
Yep.
But I'm going to be cooking chicken on the 8th and the 9th. Those were the dates I signed up for. The Rotary will be cooking all 3 days, like they always do, trying to support Angels.
I'm pretty sure I'm there with you
Sweet.
Wednesday.
Oh,
I think.
hope so. That'll
doing
be great.
Curbside. I'm pretty
Nice.
sure. If you are interested in helping Angels of Action, they may have some slots open.
They do.
It's a lot of fun. It's one of those give backs that you just kind of like. All of a sudden, they come and say, "Hey, your turn's done," and you're like, "What? I'm just getting rolling," And it's a great fundraising event for Angels. You could possibly dance in a chicken suit and flag some people down. Like,
I'm signed up on the 10th to be in the chicken suit.
you chicken dancer, you.
You know what?
yeah.
You'd be perfect at that, Dom.
Yeah,
That's great.
I can't wait.
I
I'm
have
gonna
the
record
calves
it.
for it.
I've nener put on. They ask me every year, and I
can see it on your face that you're just
I would do it. I mean, it's not like I'm above it or
I
something.
hope
But
that we have that regular July weather, though.
I like
because
working the grill. I like working
I've
the
helped
grill.
sometimes where it was a little rainy, and I've helped sometimes where it was like yesterday's
I
weather.
don't mind a little rain, except that nobody comes to get the
Right,
dinners.
right.
But I like working the grill with a group of folks. The Rotary folks have become a bit of just a well-oiled machine over the years.
You guys know what you're doing there, that's for sure.
And so I don't mind it. But I also, I like, my favorite job is working out in front, barking at people, because I got a lot of experience at that when I was a kid. My first job when I got out of high school was working in a carnival. And I love standing out front, kind of hollering at people.
Get your chicken.
Sounds like a guy that needs to wear a chicken outfit.
No, I don't need that.
You don't
I got
need
my
the
voice.
suit.
I don't need it. I've got my voice and my face just be like, hey,
Right.
hey, Did you guys get this yet?
We don't do
they're
this.
like-
He
they're
can
like,
cover
"What?"
behind a chicken face, right?
That's
I
right. Like,
mean,
look, you don't hide. You don't hide this when you've got it. All right, we'll cut that out.
What's your plans for this weekend? Anything big going on this
dude,
weekend?
Big. In fact, almost every single day there's something big going on. Before we even get to the weekend, let me just say that the Wednesday night concert series is fully underway. If you're hearing this and it's Wednesday, if it's not raining, come out to the park. Mm-hmm. Okay, at 7:00.
Free admission.
Free. This will be free no matter if it's outdoors or indoors. But every Wednesday for I believe pretty much all week, all summer. But the next 2 weekends, the next 2 Wednesdays for sure, I can say, are going to be wonderful concerts by the West Central Concert Band, the Ferris Community Summer Band that is made up of community members and Ferris, band students. It's an incredible concert every week. Last week we were forced to be indoors. We were at St. Peter's Lutheran Church. Is that what it is?
Yeah, St. Peter's Lutheran. Yep.
By the cemetery. Yeah. It's St. Peter's.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
Gorgeous sanctuary. Wonderful. Wonderful acoustics in there. It was incredible. We were loud and sounded fantastic.
Good showing?
It
People
was a
showed
good
up?
showing. Yeah,
Okay.
people showed up, but honestly, because
Because it was raining.
Yeah, because it was raining and stuff. I'm sure we missed some people. But anyway, that's probably for you guys. That'll be tonight. That's Wednesday night at the Bandshell, 7:00, free concert. I'm on drum set basically the whole
Nice.
the whole
On
thing.
set.
Yeah,
Nice.
we rehearsed last night and.
And
I'm playing Wipeout. I'll just put
get
that out there.
outta here.
I'm playing Wipeout on drum set. So come out. Come out if you want. That's tomorrow night.
That's every Wednesday until August 13th.
The next one will be our last one, guys.
you guys,
Well, not ours. I probably will do more, but it'll be Dr. Scott Cohen's. It'll be my good friend and someone I've come to really respect. He's retiring, and this will be his last 2 concerts that he's directing.
Run.
Yeah, big deal. It's a big
Get
deal.
it on
And
your
you know what?
schedule.
This week we're doing a couple pieces we're doing one that he composed himself and a couple others that he was involved in. So,
Even better, a little bit more memorable too.
Yeah.
History with him. I like that.
yeah, come on out. So that'll be tonight if you're hearing this. It'll also be next Wednesday. Then Friday night at the Bandshell, 6 to 8 is the Big Rapids Drum Circle. Did you even have that pulled up? I surprised you, didn't I?
You did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you mentioned.
Well,
yeah,
pull it
man,
up
that's my bad.
while you
That's
got that. See if you can find it because I made a cool flyer for this week for this one. But yeah, if you guys have not been able to make it out to one of the drum circle events, as long as the weather is okay, we are doing basically just a free and open community drum circle every fourth Friday.
Don't
from
have
6
to have a
8
drum
at the Bandshell.
but bring one if you got one.
That's right. Yeah, bring a chair if you've got one. Chairs always end up, they're a little bit tougher to bring out. And then drums, if you have a drum or some sort of percussion item, bring it. If you don't, no problem, because I bring a bunch. We will have many drums and many percussion items. If it rains, we unfortunately don't have like a great
Backup
alternative. We typically cancel if it's storming or something like that. But I've been watching it, the weather. I think we're going for it. So,
There you go.
So come on out. That's that.
Speaking of, we talked about tonight if you're watching it, but happening right now at this very second, they're cutting the ribbon for the depot park.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I just come across this earlier, and I was like,
Shoot,
well,
I would have liked to have been there.
yeah, but it looks like it's all set. I know we had Mayor on, and he talked about how it was really, really close to being done. But ultimately, it looks like the depot trailhead is ready to go, and you can use it, and the restrooms work. And,
Great.
Yeah.
So now there's a lot more parking by the depot than there used to be. There our restrooms that didn't used to be there. Just an easy way to access the trail. And also, don't forget to visit our friends at Einstein Cycles.
Right.
Excellent little bike shop there, and very knowledgeable guys. These guys have biked all over the world, so there's nothing you're going to throw at them that will.
I'm excited to get over there and just see it. Like I drove by a couple times, over the last 2-3 weeks while they were kind of finishing it, but I kind of want to just pull in and get out and walk around a little bit. Much like that skate park, I still haven't.
Oh, dude, I have been. I have been.
You went and shredded?
Well, I don't know if I shredded, but I float around a little bit just to check it out. And I've been checking to see, I've been popping over there every so often.
See if there's people there.
And there are people there.
That's what's
every single time I've gone over there, there's people there. But you know what? I can't wait for when they install the statue.
Yeah, it says public art Park. Piece, but I'm guessing
I don't think it's there yet.
Must not be yet.
We'll keep you posted, though. Speaking of keeping you posted, can we just give people a quick update on the movie theater? No? I guess we can't. There's no update. There is no update. The Christmas decorations are still up on the movie theater.
He owns it.
Well, we believe it's changed hands. Yeah. We haven't seen anything yet, but we'll keep you guys posted. Yeah. That's that. Okay. Nothing on the movie theater. The Christmas decorations are still up. I was really hoping, I don't know what I thought would happen. I was kind of expecting the whole front to just be like under construction from day one. Yeah. But obviously, you got to line up contractors and all this kind of thing.
And you're not going to do that until you own it.
Correct. And so, hopefully we'll see some progress there. What about Chipotle, Pat? Crickets on that too?
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing. I haven't seen nothing. I think the sign's still in the yard. I see they cut their grass.
They cut it once. I think they're going to get hit with another grass ticket.
We got to get the mayor and ask him if they just double it.
Double it this time.
Just keep threatening them to break the ground, guys. Come on.
All right, well, okay, so that's two things. We, not like great plans. What is going on? Well, you know what's good news is because of all this heat and because of all of the people being, excited to use the park, the city extended the splash pad hours. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. It was they actually put some official hours out there.
Yeah, they increased the splash pad hours so that now the splash pad is open and working from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Monday to Sunday.
And that's, 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. through the summer. And that is because of how much fun everybody's having with it, I would imagine. Now, is that even that is not our splash pad. Is it? What's that?
Yes.
What's that big pipe over there?
That's the bucket.
That's the bucket that dumps,
and this is your pavilion.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess you're right.
And Bandshell's that way with that there. Yeah.
Wild.
It didn't look like it for a second, and I thought maybe they got us with a stock image, but
no, that is us. That's what I thought. I heard that there's been a bit of an issue with adults using it, just to like cool off and stuff, and so that they've tried to institute like a 12 and under policy or something like that.
Come on, guys.
I mean, are you gonna begrudge somebody just like a little cool down?
I mean, if you're an adult. The river's right there.
That's true.
You know what I
mean.
You can pop in the river. Go wade in the river.
Be careful,
let the kids play.
The river is a powerful,
1 million
sassy.
Some would call it big.
It's dangerous. Do not mess around. But if you go over by the bridge, in front of the middle school, there's a nice spot where you could absolutely just cool off.
Just cool off and but
leave the splash pad for the tots, and the kids. But please, kids, don't get in the river.
No, stay away from the river.
Tell Uncle Chris and Uncle Pat you will not get in the river. Okay, I'm telling you,
not
it's
allowed.
Dangerous.
Yes, 1 million percent.
All right. Well, I'm happy though that there's been such a good response to the splash pad. They've increased the hours.
That's awesome. Unfortunately, yesterday at 10 o'clock, I would have been hit the splash pad. Because it was still 92 degrees last night at 10. But anyways, Saturday morning.
Yeah.
7 a.m. We talked about this last week. Airfest. 7 a.m.
Well, you know what? It's 7 till 11. I wonder if I wonder if maybe when they were creating the Facebook. No, it says it says it even in the graphic. Well, I'm not really sure what you do out there at 7 a.m., but I guess some families are.
I'm sure they're ready for it.
All right. Well, listen. This Saturday, the Robin Hood Airport is Airfest 2025, and we've gone several years. It's a fun event. If you guys can make it out, they bring a bunch of planes out. They usually have a bunch of games and fun and. A lot of the stuff that you see at, any of our downtown street parties and stuff, they do it right out there on the, I don't want to say the tarmacs. It's not really, but it's, right in there in the hangars and stuff. There's food and stuff.
Very cool.
Scroll down. Let's see what sort of activities they say.
Family-friendly events. Promised.
Just says...
It's promised.
They are promising fun for all ages. So bring your grandfather. And
that's a challenge.
Yeah, bring your great-grandfather, and you report back and tell me if he has a fun time.
Yeah.
Let's put these people to the test.
Bring your grandfather.
Bring your newborn.
And your newborn.
Bring your newborn.
See if they enjoy it.
Yeah. You bring your newborn, have them fill out a survey.
I will say, while you're there, you can probably check out. They just extend it, or they did some construction out there.
It's being done. I'm not sure if that's finished yet or not, but yeah, we've been the airport has been extending one of the runways to be able to allow for a larger class of jets.
Yep.
And
to be fair, a lot of people in this area don't even know why we have an airport.
They don't know we have an airport.
Or they know we'd have one, period. Right, exactly. So maybe here's a good opportunity for you to go out there and see why. I'm sure they'll tell you.
I recommend it because I was almost complete. I mean, I knew that was an airport. I just didn't know that it was an active airport. I assumed it was the kind of thing that was just there in case somebody needed to land on this sort of a thing. I didn't realize
like an emergency only landing?
I don't know. I didn't realize what all it went into. Or all that went into running an airport. And I still don't. I mean, obviously. But once I had volunteered with the city for a few years, I kind of came to realize what a kind of a large, project that is, or large portion of the activity is. And not only are there thousands of landings and takeoffs at the airport every year, but they sell a ton of fuel. They're known all across the country for their hospitality and the delicious cookies that they serve.
Look at you, Big Rapids.
Look, I know.
Hey.
You know what I mean? So the Robin Hood Airport, and we did find out last week that Robin and Hood were two gentlemen that had distinguished themselves with their service to the military, and that's who the airport is named after. It's not Robin Hood.
It's not.
As much as we'd like it to be.
Clip that.
Yeah.
Write it down.
As much as we'd like it to be Robin Hood, because that sounds cool. It's Robin Hood Airport. Two men, and we thank them for their service and their families.
1,000,000%.
And so if you can come out Saturday, 7 to 11 a.m. is Airfest, and the kids will love it, I promise. And who doesn't like looking at air? I mean, I don't think you ever grow out of enjoying the miracle of flight.
No.
Right?
I know. I mean, it's still to this day, it's one of those. I mean, yes, I know scientifically how it's done, but it's still it's fascinating to wrap your head around the fact of, one, how many planes are in the air right now? Like, there are.
I don't want to.
Thousands.
I
don't want to think about
thousands and thousands and thousands worldwide, right? Like happening right this very second, taking people from one place to another. And I just think it's just crazy. And not just from one place to another, but I'm talking about from California to South Africa. Maybe not on that kind of flight. That's a long ways. But I don't know. I just always have been kind of fascinated with flying. I like flying.
Unbelievable.
And it's the best way to travel.
Yeah. Have you ever jumped out of a plane? Have you ever skydived?
No, I've talked about doing it many times, but I've never done it. No.
Would you? Would you do it, you think?
Yes.
Really? Even today?
Yes.
See, I think today I have too much to live for. Back in the day, I didn't care at all.
Well, I mean, you're going with an instructor these days. At least a good couple, 3 times, I think I heard.
I think that, if I had to do that, be strapped to somebody, I wouldn't do it at all.
It's probably not as freeing.
No.
It's just that
sounds weird.
I just thought of, what's that movie where they skydive and rob
Point
Point
Break.
Break. Such a good movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
Keanu.
Yeah.
And may he rest in peace.
R.I.P. Val Kilmer. Wasn't he in Point Break?
No. I was talking about Swayze.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Dude.
Wasn't Kilmer in
Swayze.
Point Break
No.
too? Dang it.
I'm not sure which one you're even thinking about.
No, it's Keanu.
I'm thinking of
They're
Top
surfers,
Gun.
and it's Swayze.
Val Kilmer was in Top Gun.
Yeah, but no
He was in an
Keanu.
airplane.
Well, no Keanu, but he did. Yeah, he was in an airplane.
Yeah, they're like surfer dudes and stuff, right? That's Point Break.
Not really.
It's
yeah,
on the
Point,
cover.
Yeah, Point Break. They're surfer dudes for
Yeah,
sure. Just
yeah.
no Val Kilmer. I
Yeah.
love Val Kilmer though. Rest in peace to Val Kilmer too. But
Anyways, no, yes, I would.
you would jump out of a plane.
I still think I would. Yes.
What about bungee jumping?
Probably less
You got
likely.
any use for that?
I don't think so.
I've done that too.
I back when I was a kid, yeah, like you said, maybe I got too much to live for now.
Right.
But
That's what it
I
is.
will say, from a safety feature, I feel like a lot of the pizzazz is taken out of them now, right? Like you got to fly, you got to drop with somebody that knows what they're doing. The bungees don't.
What about
Uber
like,
safe?
What about a cliff dive?
That sounds
Like a 60-foot cliff dive. So nothing, no joke.
into like water.
Yeah, but like 60 feet.
My
That's,
wife did
that's
that
forever.
in Chattahoochee River, 45 foot. She said, just jumps. And
5 foot? That's a long way.
yeah, I said,
Shout out to Alan Jackson.
yeah, it was hot. I heard, and
Okay,
I would
respect.
I would go back and probably
Try to at least do 46 feet.
yeah, like jump up when I do it instead of jumping out, you know. But no, I would probably do that. I don't know about 60 feet is so.
I guess if you're going to jump, you're going to jump, right? But no, that's a long way. I've also jumped. We did this other thing where we jumped off a tower, and I think it was like 100-foot tower, and you jumped off. It wasn't a bungee. It just slowed your descent.
Yeah,
you had
yeah.
to jump off, not thinking anything.
I did one of those at some kind of tourist trap.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was, but like you got strapped in and you just jumped down.
Now that was pretty fun though. I mean, I was kind of scared because when you jump, there was no resistance at all. It felt like you just jumped.
Yeah.
And then it kicks in
Yeah,
and it starts slowing you down. Right. Yeah.
In terms of all that, like, what about like mountain climbing?
Yeah.
Some of those guys, like the guy on the Cliff Bar, you know,
Alex Honnold.
just dangling out there
free
with
solo?
nothing. Those guys.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't do that. I would. I mean, I would do a little bit of climbing. I like climbing.
Yeah,
and
rock
stuff.
climbing would be cool.
Rock climbing is cool,
But
but
that
what's the-
dangling.
I don't think there's a reason for me.
All of
to
a
go
sudden, I
free
just
solo.
thought of Ace Ventura in the second one where he's trying to save that. I don't even know, is it a parrot or bird? I don't remember how it opens, but he's just
he's
like
like-
rock climbing.
Right. Yeah,
and-
I think it was like a cliffhanger.
And they
spoof.
come by with a helicopter and they're like, "Come on,
Right.
Yeah.
We need you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways,
Okay, well-
all right.
All right. So we wouldn't at our age jump out of planes
Yeah,
necessarily. Although
maybe,
we might.
maybe.
I think that time is probably past. For
I
me.
think you
got
can get
too
the
much
same
to
kind
live
of
for.
exhilaration out from those little wind tunnel things, right? Where you're just kind of just floating there and I don't know.
I've never gotten to actually. You know what? I've never gotten to try that. We went to
Anti-gravities or I don't know.
the indoor skydiving they call
right,
it.
right.
We went to try that one time on vacation, and they were supposed to be open and weren't. But I've always wanted to try that.
That'd be kind of cool.
Like I'd like to do that with some friends and
that-
like get
see,
some sort of a pattern.
when you
going.
talk about skydiving, like that's what I
Yeah.
think is like locking hands with your friends and
Right.
making some kind of sweet star in the sky.
yeah,
and-
exactly right.
But that would be it. And
Yeah.
then I'd be on the ground and that's it.
yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. Well, hey, what else is going on around town? Let's give these people
so
something to
I
look
come
forward
across
to.
this. It looks like there's tennis in the park at Hemlock. This starts July 21st through August 8th, Monday through Thursday. $25
Whoa.
per person. Led by instructor Logan Fuller, who's an FSU student and assisted by the Big Rapids High School boys tennis team.
Okay, so this is more for people who want to learn tennis or get better at tennis.
Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead.
Does anyone still play tennis?
I mean,
with the advent of pickleball.
From what I hear, and kind of actually what I see at the high school, I see those kids playing and stuff. They're still playing.
Serious athletes are still playing tennis, aren't they?
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still a
Okay,
super strong
so if
program.
you're one of those serious folks, they are having 3 sessions, and they are basically No.
No, it looks like
Oh,
it's...
well, the sessions, I suppose, are the weeks, right? It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
60
From
for
6
all
to
3
6:30 for 4 to 6 age group, 6:30 to 7:15 for the 7 to 9 age group, and the 10 to 13 age group as well. So
This is for the younger kids.
this
your
is for
four
kids
to
to learn.
13.
Yeah, kids to learn tennis. $25 a kid. It says $25 per person or $60 for all 3 sessions, and I'm thinking sessions are probably the weeks.
Weeks, right? 21st, 28th.
That's just not that bad. You know what I mean?
off.
For your kid to go there for 4 evenings a week for $20, that's really good, man. That's $5 a
good.
session.
I mean, you're not going to get that kind of training.
Okay, well,
kids.
all right. So if your kids are pent up and they're home and they want to do something, maybe learning tennis is their thing. All right. What else?
I also have, I had it here.
Fireworks?
Yeah. So
All right, yeah, July 4th is coming up.
right around the corner. And don't forget Big Rapids Area Fireworks Spectacular. That it will be at the Mecosta County Fairgrounds at dusk. And that is on Thursday the 3rd. So you kind of get ahead of any other plans that you might actually have on the 4th too. So
Let's give a little shout out to the folks that are actually that stepped up to put this on, because many of you guys might know there was a chance we weren't having any fireworks this year.
yep. Yeah. So
The club that has been putting it on could no longer do that, and so they put it out there to the city, and the city had put it out there to other groups, and in the end, we just want to give a shout out to Big Rapids Township, the city of Big Rapids, and the MCDC, the Mecosta County Development Corporation, that is often maligned, but has stepped up to help make sure that we're going to have a fireworks display this year, and that'll be July 3rd at dusk at the fairgrounds. So.
yeah. Also, I don't know if that's the case, but anytime I've ever been there, food trucks and slushy trucks and all that tend to be there. So, get there early to secure your spot, and of course, parking. If you want to, drop a couple bucks to help pay for the fireworks, they'll appreciate it. So,
well, something else happening this weekend is Pridefest. That's Sunday, right? That's the 29th. That is, if you're listening to this, that's coming right up. It'll be downtown Big Rapids from 12 until 8. There are events happening the entire time. There is some live music. There's live events. I'm in 2 bands that are playing that day. We're Hand of Giants, which I'm telling you, if you've not seen that band yet, you I think you'll enjoy it. We're playing at 1:00, right on the main street, Big Rapids. They usually put the stage around where JCPenney used to be.
Okay.
And it's usually pointed north.
yep.
So, come on down.
Hopefully the weather cooperates for you guys.
Yeah, weather should be good. It actually should be pretty decent. And, just come out. If you've never, maybe Pridefest is not something you ever thought about, I would encourage you just to come down and walk around. It's very much like any of the other festivals and events that we have downtown. And I think you will find a nice atmosphere with nice people, and a very friendly vibe and some great music. So
I got 70 plus vendors, family and children's activities. They have a quiet tent for low sensory. They'll have food trucks, and then of course the live entertainment that you spoke of.
So there you go. They think of a lot, because their whole thing is about about love and about trying to love people. And so
Love louder, it says actually.
Well, there you go. So at 1:00, Hand of Giants is playing, and then at 5:00, I'll be playing percussion with Hand of Giants at 1, and then bass guitar with Raised on Radio at 5:00.
At 5, that'll be
that's
good.
everybody's favorite local band.
Yeah, that's
you know
good.
what I mean. So come on out.
Yeah. No, I got a busy weekend. being that I was away from the house last weekend, I got to get some stuff done. I got too much to do, and I will be in full contractor mode all weekend. Just getting some stuff done. I got to get these houses ready. Man. So
I
maybe
envy.
I could carve out some time Sunday, at least come listen to you guys, the Hand of Giants at least. Yeah, if not, maybe both.
Yeah, if you can, that would be amazing. But I love that you're able to just do some projects on your own properties to improve your own position.
To be fair, I've been taught a lot of different things throughout my life, and I'm blessed to have had a contractor type upbringing in my early days. And then, of course, it was kind of funny. Cracked this joke not too long ago, but I feel like my dad always used to buy a house so we could make it nice and then sell it.
Honestly, that's how regular people build wealth, my man.
Yeah.
But
we had to live in the house while it was being built.
Sure.
I didn't get to live in a nice house.
A little bit of sacrifice, but that's how you do it.
Yeah. It's going to be a busy weekend, but I'm excited. Real quick, I got a couple more things. Friday night, we talked about this last week, but there is a dinner and show featuring the band August. This will be at the Peaks on Friday night. That is $40 per person. That includes dinner and the live show, which is the band. And it looks like some chicken, some ribs, all kinds of great food. I would definitely go to the peaks.com.
There you go.
And go to their Facebook and check it out.
There's something you can do if you, you know what I mean? You want to go out and like have a great time, but you don't want to go very far. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like this is like right in our own backyard. You can go have dinner and a show and be probably, home by 9 or 10, you know what I'm saying? So the band is incredible. I've heard several of their tunes and
soulful pop group.
Yeah, Austin Benzing is the guitarist. He's fantastic in everything. The Peaks always puts on a good event. So,
Yep.
Register. What do they got to do to register for that?
It looks like seats are limited and reserve your tickets today. So you could probably just head on over to their Facebook and get the full details on where to get your tickets at.
Okay.
Because normally they've had links before, but I'm not seeing it here.
I don't see a link either, but go to the Peaks website and
check it out.
They'll get you hooked up.
That'll be a nice little date night. So
excellent date night. What about pickleball classes?
Yeah, I did see that
we talked about tennis.
That the city has learned how to play pickleball on Saturday mornings. This is starting July 12th, and looks like it'll be every Saturday until August 2nd. That's 8 a.m. to 10.
Honestly, that's not that long. You know what I mean? It's only a month.
It's limited to 8 participants, and you must be 16 or older.
Wow. So they're going to teach 8 people to play pickleball for free from July 12th to August 2nd on Saturday mornings from 8 to 10.
Yep.
That's really cool. You've got to be 16 years or older, but what a fun opportunity.
Yeah, to register, you got to register by July 7th. Send an email over to brpickleballclub@gmail.com and let them know you're interested.
BR Pickleball.
I have a funny suspicion that it might be waitlisted by the time you're hearing this, but I mean, it's worth shooting them in the email anyways.
I mean, most of the people who want to play pickleball are playing pickleball.
That's fair.
So this is great. This is like,
Yeah, I've seen the middle school, man.
It's always used.
Always packed full of people all the time. So,
if you don't know how, plays like almost every day.
I'm sure Siobhan's probably one of these teachers, if I had to guess.
Might be, yeah. You never know. All right, so that's pickleball classes.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to mention, because we didn't mention it last week, is that our Tuba Bach program
has long history here in the area.
Has always been fantastic. Even this Sunday, they brought up 2 incredible performers. A clarinetist from New Orleans that was just unreal.
Okay.
And a keyboardist that, they blew everybody's minds. But that is all the product of one man's kind of lifelong passion, right? Ed Mallett has been bringing world-class talent into Big Rapids for years and years and years. I mean, I got to shake Victor Wooten's hand. I shook Victor Wooten's hand with this hand.
Real quick, who's Victor Wooten?
He's the greatest bass player to live.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's the greatest living bass player. I shook his hand with this hand right here.
Did you wash it since then?
His hand was gnarled and knobby.
Oh,
and
I bet. He slapped a
thick,
ton.
dude. I mean, his paws were so thick. I mean, it was crazy. Anyway, Ed Mallett suffered a stroke recently, very recently.
Sorry.
And you know, I don't know if you know this. I'm not a doctor.
Right.
Yeah, I have not gotten my doctorate, so I
And,
don't.
and
know.
there's no Holiday Inn Express around here
Yeah,
either.
there's no Holiday Inn Express. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. All I know is that for someone to play tuba, which Ed does at a world-class level, you need to use your right hand. And the stroke is affecting his right hand. And so we're just praying and hoping that, you know, he has 100% recovery, that he has 100% use and functionality of his playing hand, because you know, the world needs world-class players and people like that, and this city owes him an unpayable debt for bringing us, you know, a decade's worth of world-class talent, so that little old kids like Chris Jane could be exposed to really, really great talent right here in Big Rapids for free. So,
Thank you, Ed.
thanks, Ed.
Get well soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as busy as it's going to keep being for us, I think that's all we got.
Yeah, that's probably good enough for this week. You know, we, if for any reason, you know, we aren't here next week because
Yep. because of the world we live in.
because the world is suddenly, you know, not the same as it is today. Well, we love all of you and have really appreciated this opportunity to speak with you each week.
Yes, it's been a pleasure.
It has been our pleasure and joy.
Dom, what do you got for us, man? Anything good?
I do. I have the history of the firework. Actually dates back to China around the 9th century. They would shove gunpowder into tubes of bamboo and light it on fire. I don't know who the first person was that did it, but I believe they lived in Arkansas.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it was somebody's cousin.
It was.
That tracks.
It was. It's been part of our 4th of July
In Arkansas,
though,
probably no.
since 1977.
1970.
1777.
There
Yeah,
we go.
it seems a
That
little
makes
bit.
sense.
It does.
That way back then.
Yeah, it's my second birthday.
Yep.
Very good. Anything else?
That's it.
Awesome. Well, buddy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I guess before we go, we should probably mention that if you guys see anything going on around Big Rapids that is you think would be useful to the show, or there's something maybe that someone else posts that you think we should mention, just tag us, hashtag WUBR. We have Kenzie, our intern, is monitoring that, and we're going to be giving prizes away.
That reminds me, we still haven't got the person to come pick up their.
Oh yeah, Lauren Stout,
Yeah.
who told us about the craft show at Walmart this Saturday.
Yeah.
That's from 11 to 2 p.m. She is the first winner. She has a basket full of prizes plus one of the brand new What's Up Big Rapids stickers.
Limited edition.
Limited edition.
We signed it.
We didn't sign it. I'm just kidding. We did not. But it's yours, and it's at Pat's office downtown.
It is.
If you just stop in there, you can pick that up and say hello to him. And this next prize, the next winner is going to get a $25 gift card to Amazon and a sticker to What's Up Big Rapids. So just tag hashtag What's Up or hashtag WUBR. And we will be watching.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out. I'm ready. I'm waiting. I'm hoping that like next time I click on that,
There'll be an Olive Garden coming to town, and you guys will have let us know first.
before anybody else, you guys knew.
Just kidding.
Appreciate it.
Hey, that's what's up for Big Rapids this week. I'm your host, Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And kids, kindness is contagious. Just go out there and be the example that you want to see in the world. Because if we all do that, it'll be a better place, right?
That's right.
All right. That's what's up for this week. We will see you next time, and take care of yourselves. Dom, hit the music.